Now at 5, a family in mourning as a beloved relative dies today in a house fire.
The victim was 87 years old and had lived in that neighborhood for well over half a century. That fire ignited unexpectedly this morning on Newcastle's south side, where a police officer with a ladder made a dramatic rooftop rescue. RTV6's Jack Reinhardt reports.
The cause of this fire is preliminarily blamed on an oil-powered space heater. The victim, 87-year-old Doris Perdue, is Newcastle's first fire fatality of the year. It could have been worse. Newcastle police arrived on scene before the fire department. One of the officers had a collapsible ladder in his trunk, and together they saved the life of Perdue's 65-year-old nephew.
He climbed out on the roof, and the policeman, the first responder, carried him down a ladder. So they were able to get him out, took him to Henry County Hospital, and from there to St. Vincent's.
But Newcastle firefighters had no chance of saving Doris Perdue. Despite a quick response, the fire had too much of a head start. Firefighters found her body on the floor in the living room.
We had heavy fire coming out of the front door and the upstairs window, lots of smoke coming out both sides.
Doris Perdue was the first resident to move into the Sunnyside neighborhood. She had lived there 66 years. Neighbor Jan Rich had known her for better than 40 years.
She was just a lovely lady, and we all loved her around here. Sad.
The victim never had any children of her own. She was blessed with lots of nieces and nephews, many of whom stood in the rain outside her burned-out home.
I'm going to miss her terribly, and I know she was prepared to go, but never are. Actually, I don't want something like this to happen, but it does all the time.
The cause of the fire remains under investigation. The fire department is also trying to determine if the home had working smoke detectors. In Newcastle, Jack Reinhardt, RTV6.